Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the number one source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, fine folks. This is Freedom Fighter, and today is Thursday, September the 12th, 2024. I am your host of Goldilocks Global Banking News, your number one source for the RVGCR, whereby over 100 countries are subscribed, tuning into this channel to receive the facts on the RVGCR by Goldilocks. I had my morning discussion with Goldilocks, and oh my Lord, I sense a major excitement in Goldilocks' voice, and we're going to share it with you today. For one, there is a swift announcement. This is very important. A few months ago, Goldilocks shared an article and actually an upgrade announcement by Swift on their upgrading to the ISO 222 compliance. If you don't know what Swift is the 50-year plus old messaging system whereby all banks around the world are connected through the Swift system. If you or someone you know has ever done a wire transfer through a bank, it's only done through the Swift system. There was this talk for a long time about Swift being replaced by the QFS, Swift being removed by the QFS. Nope, not the case. They will actually play a major role and a part in the QFS, the Quantum Financial System. There is a Swift announcement that we're going to talk about today, whereby Swift shows that they are actually preparing for currency exchanges in the quantum financial system. But before we get into that, Goldilocks is sharing information from the military, the Department of Defense, and the Department of the Navy as well. We are going to jump right into it. Let's get into it. The Department of the Navy and the Department of Defense, they announced actually there is a closed meeting today, September the 12th, whereby they are in discussions on new codes being implemented into the banking system relevant to foreign currency exchanges. And it will be recorded in the Federal Register. For those of you who have been paying attention, Goldilocks has been sharing that this month, September and October, are major months for regulations being implemented in the Federal Register. For those of you who aren't aware, when there is a new regulation by our government, it is archived in the National Archives and the Federal Register. Now, the Department of Defense, our military, today, having meetings on the use of foreign currency. It's a clause that states contracting officers in the military must determine if offers for contracts performed outside of the United States should be submitted in U.S. currency or a foreign currency. Also, the meeting is discussing the evaluation of foreign currency offers. And what this does is the government is evaluating offers in more than one currency, converting that foreign currency to U.S. currency. Folks, what this is in relation to in layman's terms, when you have military contractors throughout the world that do business and get paid, now there is regulations being considered for them to be paid through foreign currency exchanges to determine if it's going to be in US dollars or another foreign currency. All this is new regulations being considered in the quantum financial system for our military officers around the world and contractors around the world to determine how they will be able to exchange foreign currency in the new quantum financial system. There's a link in the description that Goldilocks is sharing to help you. Also, small business, the U.S. Small Business Administration, also now in discussions of what they will do when it comes to exchanges as well. This is a notice of availability of white paper and revised standards and the revised standards methodology for small businesses as they conduct business here in the United States. The goal of the Small Business Administration is to set standards to review and determine whether its existing standards reflect the current industry structure and federal market conditions and revise them if the latest available data suggests that revisions are warranted. Goldilocks says, do you remember 2 to 3 months ago when we talked about the credit valuation adjustments? Folks, what are credit valuation adjustments? They are the adjustments on the values of assets. So this is one of many laws going into effect that will be assessing the small businesses around the world and how much assistance they need in adjusting to the new quantum financial system. This goes into effect today into the Federal Register. This is a new regulation. Again, announcement of a new regulation. Goldilocks has always said before the RV, we need regulations. Goldilocks announced and showed that not only the U.S. but Iraq, both at the same time, are implementing the same and major regulations. So here we have today, September the 12th, new regulations for how businesses, small businesses around the world, are able to conduct themselves in the new quantum financial system. Very important. Now, for those of you paying attention, it looks as if the U.S. is going to be reducing interest rates. Goldilocks says we're about 6 days away from witnessing our interest rates begin to lower. When a country lowers its interest rates, its currency tends to devalue. In other words, currencies lose value compared to other currencies. So here in the U.S., our interest rates go down, the value of our dollar will go down. But that is relative to other currencies around the world as well. This is because lower interest rates make a country's currency less attractive to foreign investors, reducing demand for it and causing its value to drop. This will be a great time for gold and digital assets such as cryptocurrencies to raise in their values. Today, September the 12th, we see gold has reached its all-time high again. This is in relation to the projected interest rates here in the U.S. beginning to lower. The movement between countries in goods and services will naturally slow down and other breathing room for currency valuation adjustments to begin. What would they begin? The beginning of the leveling of the playing field between currencies around the world. We are likely to see new trading ratios as a result of these changes and new demands on currencies not seen in a long time. It's a very big possibility, folks. Goldilocks is sharing new demands on currencies not seen in a long time because of the lowering of interest rates and the valuation adjustments on assets such as gold, as we're seeing, reached an all-time high. Don't forget, what will back our currencies in the new system to enable the revaluation of our paper currencies? Gold. Gold. It will back our currencies. Goldilocks continues. This will distort prices on the markets, meaning the lowering of interest rates. It will distort the prices on the markets and call into question past payment mechanisms that will now need to be adjusted. Folks, what is a past payment mechanism? SWIFT. So when Goldilocks says it will call into question past payment mechanisms that now need to be adjusted, SWIFT has already been preparing for this adjustment. SWIFT has already been preparing for the revaluation of currencies, the revaluation of assets. This is why they are in preparation to allow to go from fiat to asset-backed currencies, which will allow the revaluation of currencies throughout the world in every bank. Now, that goes into the next that Goldilocks is sharing. This is a SWIFT announcement. SWIFT is currently working on real-time exchange services regarding digital assets and payments. This is the upgrading from the old antiquated system, the past payment system of SWIFT, and the metamorphosis, the adjustment, the growth, the move, the shift into the new digital system whereby our currency exchanges will be performed on in the quantum financial system. SWIFT, the global financial messaging network, is actively working to incorporate regulated digital assets and currencies onto its platform. It is an attempt to bridge the old traditional system and new digital financial system. SWIFT will initially work with fiat currencies while interfacing the ability to do digital payment coins such as stable coins and central bank digital currencies in foreign currency exchanges. Folks, what this is, again, this is SWIFT now is transitioning to be able to allow us to go into the banks and exchange our currencies in the new quantum financial system on the digital platform. SWIFT is not the only payment system. It's actually the most well known because of all banks around the world already being connected to SWIFT. And as I stated earlier, in 2002, even Iraq upgraded their banking system to utilize SWIFT. Now this year, 2024, SWIFT upgraded to the ISO 222 compliant messaging system, which is the quantum financial system. And there are other systems on the quantum financial system that will allow our exchanges to occur. But this is a SWIFT announcement showing that they are preparing for our currency exchanges in the quantum financial system. Every bank in the world has SWIFT. Every bank in the world is compliant. Now also ISO 222 and its compliance, which allows via Ripple and XRP to move gold, silver, and other ISO compliant tokens through the system, whereby the dinar will be backed by gold because of it. The dong will be backed by gold because of it. The US dollar will be backed by gold because of it. The bolivar will be backed by gold because of it. Thank you, SWIFT. We appreciate what you're doing. We know you're getting ready. You've gone from the dark to the light in preparation for this shift. It's amazing, folks. If you have questions, you are more than welcome to come into Goldilocks QFS Dialogues. We will answer any questions you have. Be well, be kind, be in unconditional love. Ciao. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.